Hey, this will be a video chart on PVSP. Gotten a few questions on this one, so I want to get it broken down here from a technical perspective so everybody can take a look at it over the weekend and know what's going on next week. Have a very interesting chart. Obviously, Wednesday and Thursday weren't too exciting, but today the bulls did make an appearance and showed some strength, so that's always an encouraging sign. So what I want to do is just go over some support resistance levels, and that way it'll provide a good guide for everybody next week. The first thing to note is that the medium-term trend has officially gone bullish. Now, what makes me be able to say that? Well, if we look down here at this purple line, this is a 50-day simple moving average, and I'd probably say about 90% of people that use charts would say that this is a good medium-term trend indicator, and you can see here that it's finally begun to curl upwards, which has triggered a medium-term uptrend. Short-term uptrend is obviously bullish also. As you can see, our short-term trend indicators, 10-day and 20-day, are also have a positive slope. The long-term trend is just becoming neutral, actually. If we look here at this orange line, the 200-day simple moving average, it's just beginning to flatten out, which shows neutral. But that neutral is better than what it's been. You can see it's had a downward slope to it. So the overall long-term trend is also becoming bullish now too, or at least becoming neutral. Still got work to do in order to get this big long moving average to curl upwards, but like I said, neutral is better than having a downward slope to it. So the question becomes, what's your strategy? If you are a day trader, then the key question you need to watch and monitor is, was this just a one-day bounce, or is there any sort of gas left in the tank, momentum that's going to carry it further, Monday and early next week? If you're in this for the longer term overall trade, maybe a long-term swing trader just following the story and overall chart, then really your main concern is going to be, preferably, hopefully, the price doesn't drop below this gray line here, which is a 20-day simple moving average. Right now that's valued at 0.0148. But in the grand scheme of things, the key level that you want to see the price stay above is this purple line, the 200-day simple moving average, valued at 0.011. The reason for that is simply, if you want the medium-term trend to stay bullish, and which will eventually trigger a long-term uptrend, then the price is going to need to stay above there. Have a nice little example of it right here. Price dropped down, found support, and bounced off it. So that was looks like a pretty wild day. But in terms of the overall chart and the overall trend, as long as the price remains above there, then that's going to keep things chugging along. Now, I know if you're a day trader or something like that, of course you don't want to see the price drop all the way down there, but we're just talking about from the perspective of a longer term player. And as long as the price stays above the 50-day, this is going to continue to curl upwards, and that's what we want to see, because eventually the medium term trend is going to trigger this 200-day to turn upwards too. In terms of resistance levels, really just got to get above previous highs. The high of this candle was at 0.028, so that's going to be a little resistance. And then the big key resistance is up here, where 2 days in a row the bulls tried to get through it. Couldn't quite do it up here at 0.0349, so we'll just call it 0.035. Change that to red real quick. So 0.035 is going to be the key level of resistance. But I think the key thing right now, before don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves, is making sure that if this was just a one-day thing, that it doesn't all of a sudden crash down further. But if it is, still got a long way to go, but it'll be interesting to see how the chart unfolds Monday and Tuesday. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together on our alerts. So I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was PVSP. Thanks for listening.